yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Raiders and the Broncos next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season. We've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and we are underway here in Las Vegas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. A first down carry, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Brady now to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take one of the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. It came through with a big-time pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. After one, a 14-3 Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Brady. He'll get this out right here to Elliott. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. To throw, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On second down, Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Brady to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Brady. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them end with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent...
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Brady going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are back within a couple of the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, here's White. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. To another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are.
Touchdown! Darren Waller from 13 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Now Brady. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And it's fielded at the 34. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had design.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Carr. On the left side, a catch by White. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsey, Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on 1st down. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now Brady. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this first half. So we come up only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On play action, now Carr. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Here's Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, they'll run with White. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Carr. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DJ Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you'd like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up.
Touchdown Raiders! Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he loses the football a second time, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. A handoff left, Elliott. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. Dancing away at the 35. And he loses the football a second time. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. He'll get that complete to Alberto. Down inside the 10, and he'll be out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action, now it's Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich, his first touchdown on the year. And the the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have pretty well pulled away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, definitely a good day's work from the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pulling it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into cloud mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the
playoff race in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
After the sack on 1st down, Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to White.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Carr's throw caught by Adams. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
Well, I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Denver's offense now set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Room here to run. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 34 yards there and a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Now Carr. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke because, all right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, it's Brady. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Now Brady again. He'll get this to Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Looking deep for Elliott. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know that. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
After review of the play, ruling on the
So
field
the folks in
stand.
New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Again, they'll throw with Brady to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, there's a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Brady going to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And not one of... He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Carr going to throw here. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw, it's Carr. Looking for White on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And no, doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance and by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Las Vegas, they'll finish a game below 500 at 8-9 on the year.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Broncos,
they're going to kind of bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 3-14.
And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future.